All right, welcome back to Basement Birds. Logan and Reid here.
Yeah.
How we
Can I
doing,
call you
Reid?
Howie for this episode?
Howie. Howie. You ever watch The Big Bang
Howie
Theory?
do you do? I have not. Not for a while. Not for a while. I haven't intentionally watched The Big Bang Theory,
Oh, really?
if that makes sense. Like, I don't, put it on and be like, yes, let me sit back and watch The Big Bang Theory. Like, not really doing that. Yeah, not a big Big Bang Theory guy. That's a tongue twister. Say that 5 times fast. But you can't.
Big Bang.
That's
Bang it,
not what I
bang it,
said,
bang
but
it, bang.
oh gosh.
So, this week we've got a little bit of a different topic.
Yeah.
You ever have an idea?
No.
Neither have I. An idea that's worthwhile, that you really think, hey, we may have something here.
Not often, but sometimes.
Like
That's a solid. That's a solid maybe on that one. Does that work?
yeah, sure. Well,
Depends on what it is.
I had an idea for an application
App for
for the
short,
phone.
some may say.
Some may say app, three-letter
Yeah.
word, stands for application. What is app?
Yes.
And
What is app?
I wanted to talk about how surprisingly easy it is with the use of ChatGPT to
I was gonna say, let's wait for the massive clarifier there.
to write code basically from scratch. Well, from scratch, essentially.
Yeah.
Again, with ChatGPT, and basically just create something out of nothing.
AI is getting crazy good, and it's kind of
AI is
terrifying.
getting crazy good, and like I forget what the statistic is on the use of like AI and ChatGPT, but like 80 or 90% of people still use ChatGPT as like a joke, like as a toy.
Oh yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people use it as like, hey, let's try this thing out. You know.
Right. And
Like,
not
oh, I
necessarily
keep
like
I hear about it on the news, I'm gonna try it out, Yeah.
right. And I've developed the mentality of including it into my regular workflow. Now, some people
Logan has replaced himself with AI. He has
no,
everything that the
that's
news
not
is
accurate.
warning you about.
That is not accurate.
Okay.
And let
They
me
are
let me make that
coming
distinction.
for your jobs. The AI is coming for your job. No, just kidding.
No. We are not at a point where AI will be taking jobs. I
Let
mean,
me
we're
repeat.
close.
No.
We're
Yes.
close to that. We're getting there.
I think we're at it's enhancing jobs. I don't know if it'll fully replace, it's not going to fully replace most jobs.
Right. It may some. I bring back to the example of my dad. When we go to McDonald's, they have the ordering kiosks. You know about the kiosks when
Yeah,
you
yeah,
order
yeah.
instead of like, oh,
Yes.
we got to talk to somebody, or we can order on a screen.
Yeah.
My dad refuses to order on a screen.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is he said, well, these screens are taking away people's jobs. And my response to that is, okay, what about the automobile?
Yeah.
How many horse and buggy operators did those take the manufacturers of horse and buggies? How many jobs did
Yeah.
those take away?
Yeah. I would also not consider the McDonald's machines AI.
No, but
Like,
some of the drive-throughs
That's just technology.
I don't know if it's at McDonald's. Is it at, I forget where it's at, where they have AI. It might have been Taco Bell.
Does it talk to you?
Where it talks to you, yeah.
Oh, forget
and it's
that.
AI.
Heck no. Nope, not doing that. I don't like when it talks to you. It's weird.
Well, and it's also getting scary good. There's a website
Yeah.
called 11 Labs. Have you seen this?
No.
Have you gone to 11? So if you go to 11 Labs, and you can make it say things that sound like a real person saying it. And you can include like breath sounds. You can include like a little chuckle.
Don't like that either.
No, it's scary.
If I am going to be using some sort of artificial intelligence or a voice assistant, like a, Apple voice assistant or Google voice assistant, I want those things to sound as robotic as possible. Because the moment they start to sound too real life, it's like, all right, this is a little too close for comfort. We're
I
like getting a
think
little bit. It's getting a little hairy now on if I like this or not.
yes, but I think that's the proper way that you have to address talking with AI. Like when I talk to ChatGPT and I want it to do something, I talk to it like it's a person. Like I'm
Yeah,
chatting with a person on the other
that's
end.
fair. But you're not literally speaking to it though.
I have spoke like you. It has
Oh, you're wacky.
speech to text for
Yeah.
when you can talk to it.
Yeah,
I
but
know
you know the
there's a
thing.
guy.
There's a thing where you can have a full conversation with him, and you can say like, "Hey, ChatGPT, Logan is going to speak Spanish, and I'm going to speak English, and we would like you to translate back and forth, and it will do it in real time."
Yeah.
That's scary.
Well, they
That's
have
scary.
earbuds and stuff that'll do that now, real time
Yeah.
too. And
Yep.
I don't know if those are AI powered, but
That's a good
um,
question. I have no idea.
you know, I just think it's getting to a point where it's like it's really doing some impressive stuff,
Yeah.
and I don't think it's utilized. Definitely not utilized to its full potential. I think we're still trying to realize what that full potential is. But
Yeah.
honestly, again, I go back to what I was talking about originally, where this app that I have an idea in my head of, okay, I want this.
Hmm.
And if I can verbalize that, if I'm explaining it to you, I can tell you what I want, right? And it's essentially like you're
Sure.
talking to someone who's going to make it, you know?
Yeah.
And so here, this is kind of how this workflow goes. Is I came up with the idea. I said, "This is what I want," and you essentially just build upon it, right? So
Yeah.
I started off with like a single page, and I was like, "This is what I want. I want this and this," and it'll spit out brand new code for the whole page, you know. And I
Hmm.
feel like I am learning something too, though. It's not like um, I'm not retaining anything. Like I am starting to
Yeah.
understand.
In
I am
one ear
starting
and
to
out the other.
understand. Well, right, but I'm starting to understand
Yeah,
like
I gotcha.
how the code works together. You know what
Sure.
certain lines of code mean.
Sure.
Obviously, I mean some of the pages have 250, 300 lines of code,
Yeah.
and I don't understand 248 of those 250. But
Yeah.
I mean, we're starting small steps, but
Yeah.
it's very cool to just be able to say, I want to move this up a little bit, fix the spacing here. I want this to do this. It can basically do whatever you want,
Mm-hmm.
and like some of these things I think would take someone who's writing the code a very long time
Oh,
to
it would.
figure out.
Yeah.
And this can do it instantaneously. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's
There is
crazy
still
good.
there is a lot of trial and error with things too. Like as much as I would love it to just give me perfect code the first time, it does not. Like
Oh no.
I'll ask it to change to do something over here, and then it'll change something on the over here. And I was like, I didn't want you to change this thing over here. I wanted you to change this.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and that can be relatively annoying. But I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to understand how I can just instead of asking it generate me the whole page code, right? So instead of generating 100 lines of code, it'll generate me 5 lines of code, and then I can go in, find where the chunk that needs to be replaced, and replace it.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think it's also pushing the limits a little bit of ChatGPT. Like I've never gotten to a point where I felt like I was exceeding what it was capable of, but I learned that if I chatted who knows how many times with in the same chat because it remembers all the code. So I was like, oh, just change this and it'll spit out the brand new
Oh
code.
yeah, it has like the memory and stuff. Yeah.
Instead of going to a different chat, I was staying in the same one, and eventually it was getting to the point where it was taking 5 minutes, 10 minutes to give me the lines of code just
Jeez.
because there was so much in that chat.
That's
And
wild.
so I had to figure out how to, get all that information to a different chat. They said, when sometimes when you have that much information in a single chat, it can get a little hairy and
Yeah.
start to mess up a little bit. So,
Yeah.
and I literally and I asked it how to fix itself. You know what I mean? And so,
Yeah.
literally anything you can possibly want, it can do. And so I just think that's amazing to be able to have an idea for an app and have ChatGPT help you realize it in real life. And I mean, within a day, I had something that was relatively working
Mm-hmm.
and looked relatively good and was 10,000 light years ahead of what what I could have done by myself.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Do you incorporate ChatGPT into your everyday workflow?
No. No. I have yet to do anything in my job that makes me think, oh, I should, I can do this with ChatGPT. Don't really need it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
I'll use
it's
like AI features in like Photoshop sometimes, like generative fill, but that's to the extent of it. I'm very, I'm very opposed to AI in the creative field because I think a lot of people use it as a cop out and actually aren't learning stuff. But I also believe that if you are scared that AI is going to take your job, you don't know what you're doing, and you should learn your skills more as well. AI and creative stuff is a gray area for me though.
yeah. I mean, I think it'll take it'll take I think graphics. It does better with graphics than it does with video, and I think it's a
Yeah,
lot farther ahead with graphics than it
but the
is with
graphics
video.
even look like they even look bad. Like AI
Yes,
graphics are so easy to spot.
yes. And a year ago, I mean, we saw you. We've all seen the video of Will Smith with the spaghetti, eating the spaghetti. You know what I'm talking about? Where it's
No,
like it was like one of the first AI generated video where it just looks like gobbledygook essentially.
no,
And
I don't know this one.
that was like 2 3 years ago that came out, and now we're to the point where it's getting hard to spot. I mean, it's not impossible, obviously, but it's getting hard to spot
If you know what to
AI
look
generated
for, yeah,
videos. You know what I
AI
mean?
is still yeah.
You could do it. I mean,
Oh, you can absolutely do it.
but I don't know if the average person who's
Yeah.
watching that video could do it. You know what I
Oh, no,
mean?
the average person can't because I know people that I know that are using AI as I don't want to call it a cop out, but it's essentially a cop out. Because they are unable to do stuff that they like for their job, and they need to do like use AI for it, and it always just looks like AI.
Yeah.
Like it is always AI. And
Right.
it's always so noticeable. And like I don't know, there's a lot of debate, especially with creative stuff. Like I know there's been a lot of debate with where ChatGPT gets its information from, and like what data it's using and stuff, and like the thought that it is essentially harvesting stuff from other creatives to farm their models and stuff like that. And like there's been I saw some Reddit thread about using some app or something, and about like there being an AI disclosure in the terms and conditions of it, essentially being like hey, like don't use this app because they're just using your data to build their AI model, and you're seeing a lot more of that, I feel, pop up too. And if people aren't cognizant of what applications they're using, you know they're essentially just feeding into AI models.
Yes, but I mean, it that goes back to when we talked about the CapCut, where they you make something on CapCut,
Yeah,
and now CapCut owns your stuff.
yeah, which I think is also bad. Yeah,
And then for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, CapCut's a video editing application that a lot of people use on their phone for like social media and stuff. And they came out when I think it was their terms and conditions or somewhere in something. It says that they have the right to use anything that you create on the platform. They can use in promotional material, commercials, anything at all for any
yeah,
purpose that they use.
which is crazy.
But the worst, I mean, which is crazy. Yes, I absolutely should not be able to do that. But the second part to that is if they use it and they get busted for copyright, you're the one who's liable for it. which
Yeah.
that to me is like the icing on the cake of I'm never using CapCut again. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
that's a load of malarkey is what that is,
Yeah.
and it's
I
just
mean,
basically saying, well, we can
it,
do whatever we want, and it's that way no responsibility falls on us as the company.
CapCut even advertises themselves as an all-in-one video editor and graphic design tool driven by AI. This AI-powered stuff is hilarious to me too. Isn't CapCut owned by? Yeah, it's owned by the owners of TikTok. It's owned by ByteDance.
Yeah.
Even like I love seeing the weird places that AI has leaked over into. Like Callaway, maker of golf clubs, has a whole range of golf clubs that have AI in the name. Like last year's was like releases for them had AI in the name, which is hilarious because like you're using AI to sell me a new driver and tell me that some computer thought that this is going to have me hit my driver 10 yards longer, you know?
Oh,
Like, all right,
well,
this is just stretching way too far, you know? Like, do we really need it?
yeah.
Do we really need
I don't.
AI in golf club development? Like, if you like, you don't need to put it in the name, you know? Like, use it.
It's for
But
the
do we need it in the name?
simpletons. It's
Oh
for
yeah,
the
people see AI and
simpletons.
they're
You
like,
know
"Oh
what I
wow,
mean?
this is great." You know, a computer had a say into this, or they're scared of, you know, they're scared off from it.
Yeah.
And
Well,
there's
I don't know.
probably no in
Scared
between.
off of it, but yeah, it'll be interesting to have the same conversation in a year, in 5 years, in 10 years to see what the evolution is. I mean, because there's
Yeah,
really no telling where it's going to go.
I
I
wonder
mean,
if this is, I wonder if this is going to be like a bubble that bursts, like the AI bubble is going to burst. You know,
meaning, meaning
like,
what?
well, there was like the .com bubble that burst. You know, where with the .com bubble, you know, stock market ballooned, you know, because of the spread of the internet, you know, and then it crashed, obviously, you know. So I wonder if AI is going to do the same thing. If you're going to see OpenAI and ChatGPT, you know, grow and grow and grow, and at some point the bubble is just going to burst, you know,
Maybe.
which I feel like OpenAI wasn't too far off from that when they took off when they ousted their CEO back in 2023 because they fired
Yeah.
him and then they brought him back on 5 days later, like literally
Ooh.
5 days later, which is wild, you know.
Yeah. I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I don't
This will
know
be
enough
interesting to
about
see.
that, but I don't know. I just think it's an interesting tool for now,
Yeah,
and again, I think an important thing to remember too is a lot, like, what is it, 50% of the jobs that people get that are in school right now, or that are 50% of, or people in
oh
school
they
are working for 50% of jobs that don't even exist yet or something.
sure, yeah, yeah.
So, I mean,
I know
yes,
that quote from your employer. Yes, I have heard that many a time.
yeah. So, at some point, I wouldn't be surprised if it took both of our jobs. I mean, it's going to be a while. I mean, but you can't tell me
Yeah.
in 100 years that the AI is not going to be so good that it can create things like you and I can create. You know what
If
I mean?
AI gets to that point, then it's going to be doing everything. You know, what jobs will be left at that point? You know.
But again, who knows, right? I mean, I think about 100 years ago, all the stuff that didn't exist. So who knows what's going
Yeah,
to happen in 100 years?
yeah. It'll be interesting.
So like these jobs didn't exist 100 years ago. I mean, maybe like yours more than mine, but I don't know. So
Yeah,
interesting either way, but
yeah.
very
Who knows what'll
brainiac
happen?
conversation today on Basement Birds. I love it. An academic, that was the word. See,
Ah,
I'm
good word.
smirked, dude. I
You're
think of
smart.
words.
Oh gosh. You
But
know what?
apparently in England people aren't too smart, or they just have
Oh
nothing better to
gosh.
do than to flock towards a bright green pigeon.
Oh, this is good. We didn't choose the same story.
Residents of Northampton,
Northampton.
England,
It's one word,
Northampton,
Logan.
England, have captured a video of an unusual new neighbor causing a stir in the area. A bright green pigeon The pigeon's unusual hue, first noticed in June, has led to numerous videos of the bird going viral on TikTok. This isn't like a green like my chair green. This is like
No,
a
this is bright.
neon green.
Your chair is pretty bright green.
Yes. But this looks like he took a bath in like a glow stick or got like slimed by the
It does
monster,
look like
by
that.
the ghost.
It's like glow in the dark.
Yeah, it's really weird. One guy said he's come up from London and he's heard many travel long distances to see it, which is, quote, a bit bonkers. That's a great word. As Northampton isn't really known for a lot of tourists, but apparently they are now with their green pigeon. RSPCA, the RSPCA previously warned against the trend of dyeing pigeons blue and pink for gender reveal parties.
Yeah.
Who thought that was a good idea? That's not a good idea at all. A spokesperson further said the organization, wow, I don't know what I'm saying. A spokesperson for the organization said the dye could lead to serious risks for the pigeon. Don't dye pigeons, people. What are we doing here? I don't know. What are we doing?
Jeez, that's. I love how it's like, yeah, this is not natural. In case anyone suspected this pigeon to be occurring naturally, if you look at a photo of this thing, it doesn't take long to see that this thing is not.
It's
natural.
neon green.
It is a neon green bird. That's
it's
wild.
kind of close. It's closer to this tennis ball. This is kind of a dull green.
It is kind of, yeah.
It was a little lighter, but
yeah. Well, you know what? Mine is not bird related. It's not animal related actually. But I have two stories that are both related to each other because they are both spills. Spills, yes. The first one takes us to British Columbia up in Canada. There was a literal traffic jam after blueberries spilled.
Ooh.
A pickup truck lost its load of freshly picked blueberries.
I hate it when that happens.
This is a white Ford pickup truck stopped at the intersection. When the vehicle started moving again, several crates of the freshly picked blueberries fell into the roadway.
Oh.
Thousands of blueberries spilled out onto the highway, creating a sticky mess for vehicles that drove over the fruit. RCMP officers were called to the juicy incident and used a shovel to push the sticky remains out of the roadway.
A juicy incident, dude. I love it.
This is a great
That's
joke,
a lot
too.
of blueberries. Holy cow.
Perhaps they could team up with the farmers market in the future to feature some new offerings such as jackknife jelly, pothole preserves, and the ever-popular traffic jam.
Oh, God. Traffic jam.
They were really leaning into the jokes there. This
An
other
opportunity
one, though,
for marketing.
yeah, this other one is a little bit closer to where I'm at, and it could be could help you wash down your jam after you have it because there was a load of milk that was overturned in New York. It says near Albany. They called it a quote significant spill.
How much milk has to spill on the road in order to qualify as significant?
That's a really good question.
All of it? All of the
this
milk?
Is great too, though, because once again they sent out the hazmat team. What were we talking about the other week where they sent out the hazmat team, or they didn't need to send out the hazmat
Toxic milk,
team?
dude.
They also sent out the Department of Environmental Conservation Response Team, which actually kind of makes sense because who knows where this milk is going to go. You know, that makes kind of sense. New York State Police was there, obviously, and the milk truck's driver was taken to a medical center for evaluation.
Truck driver.
So, hopefully he did not cry over it because that's a lot of spilled milk.
Dude, don't even start with that.
You know what I just thought would be a good guest to get on the podcast? We always talk about getting David Rush on the podcast.
Yes.
Okay, hear me out. This guy who writes all the odd news stories for UPI, his name is Ben Hooper. We should be able to find a way to get in contact with this guy. Ben Hooper.
Is this the guy who's, like, if you scroll down to every odd news story we get from UPI, by the way, at the bottom there's a YouTube video, I think, of daily...
Oh my gosh, is that Ben Hooper?
That's
Ben
Hooper.
Hooper
Right there?
Wait a second, I want to hear Ben Hooper's voice. Oh, we could totally... I had the site muted. You may need to unmute it. Does that change? Ben Hooper. Yeah, that's him. This is great. Should I connect with him on LinkedIn? I found his LinkedIn page.
Dude, stop. Yes. Connect with him on LinkedIn.
Ben Hooper. He has 18 connections. Odd news and entertainment writer for United Press International.
Dude, what the heck?
Oh my gosh.
Are you kidding me? Ben Hooper's the GOAT.
He's been there for 11 years at UPI. This guy is the guy for, for like us. Like he is our I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but he's our source for this podcast. He's an honorary basement bird.
He's an honorary bird.
He's an honorary bird. Do you think? Okay, hear me out. I have an idea. Okay, we get in contact with Ben Hooper. Okay, have him on the show, and he is our in to interview David Rush because surely he knows the guy, right? 'Cause he writes about him all the time.
Or we get our own odd news story written about the odd news writer on some unnamed podcast in a basement with some birds.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's some good press. That's some good
Dude,
press. Maybe we need to work on this.
Did you connect with him seriously on LinkedIn?
No, he only has 18 connections.
So
There's
you could
no
be
way
number 19 and I'll be number 20.
Yeah, great. Let me find him on Instagram, maybe.
You're not gonna follow him with the Basement Birds page.
I'll DM on Instagram. I'm not logged into the Basement Birds page on my computer.
Wait. Okay, here. Let me look. I'll look on my phone right now.
Ben Hooper. Dude, this would be incredible. Ben Hooper. Ben Hooper. Surely he uses the same profile photo. Oh, no, he doesn't. This isn't good. That's not him. Who are you?
Ben Hooper.
Did you find him?
I don't know.
He has a
doesn't
Twitter,
look,
but he's not active.
he doesn't
This
look
could
like.
This could be a little bit
Well,
of
we'll
a
have
journey.
to do a little
Yeah, you know what? He's probably. I could see him being
investigative
on Threads. Let me
work
check
here.
Threads. Ben
Threads.
Hooper. If you aren't on Twitter, you're probably on Threads. Let's be real. Nope.
I bet he's on Be Real.
Blue Sky. Does anyone still use that?
No, just like nobody uses Be Real either.
No, I don't use Be Real either.
All right, well, we're going to figure this out.
Found him. I found him on Blue Sky. He last shared in 2023. Oh, shoot, this is not looking good. Hail Mary on Facebook.
Dude, we'll figure it out. We'll talk about it next week. How about that?
Yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah. We will track down Ben Hooper in a non-weird way.
We're going to track him down on social media platforms. If you're there searching for Ben Hooper on social media platforms, search Basement Birds, too, at Basement Birds on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube,
yes,
Spotify. Hear all the new episodes. Each Friday, new episode is dropped in the morning.
Yeah.
On Friday.
Mm-hmm.
On Friday, in the morning. Except for this last Friday, when it was dropped in the afternoon.
Sorry. Yeah, well, okay. New episodes go live at noon Eastern. So, get ready.
Are you ready?
Get
Aye,
ready.
Captain.
Oh my gosh! You know what we could have talked about tonight? How useless All-Star games have become for Major League Sports because MLB's game is tonight. But that can be.
That's a
for another day.
preview. The remix next week.
Oh,
Be
yeah.
sure
Can
to
we
tune
talk
in.
about All-Star games? I could go on and
We'll
on about
catch
this.
you on the next one. Get it? Catch
ya.
baseball All-Star game.
Oh, good one. Yeah. Okay. Goodbye.
See ya.